Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Megan. If you didn't know, now you know. And look at all this loot. Look at all these treasures. If you don't know Maniology, I'm about to tell you about them. So Maniology is a nail polish brand that specializes in nail stamping. So what nail stamping is it is a technique to create nail art, and there are varying levels of difficulty and skill, but it's something that anybody can start. If you can't draw, nail stamping might be right for you. There are some amazing stamps available, and I'm going to show you what's in all this, and we're gonna do some stamping. But this is what we've got in our loot. So we have this, which is a starter kit. I'm gonna have links for all kinds of stuff in the description, so check it. With the starter kits, if you're not already a Maniology member and you sign up, you can oftentimes get a free starter kit, and I believe you might have to pay for shipping, but they have a bunch of them to choose from. And then this is a nail polish collection. They do have collections. This, I believe, might be some sort of top coat, base coat. I'm not sure. I haven't opened it yet. This is a tool. We have a tool here and then some stamps. So let's have a look at everything. So they gave us this little sticker. Isn't it cute? It is very hippie. I like it. And then this tool is a pineapple on a stick. Maniology. Let's see how you get it out of there. Oh, okay. You just push. So what this is a cotton ball grabber. I actually have a less fancy version of this that I got a long time ago. But basically, you push it out and you get you a little cotton ball and you stick it in here and it holds on to it. And so that way, when you need to clean your stamping plate or, you know, whatever, you're not getting nail polish remover on your nails that you just painted. So this is essential for stamping. And then here we have a fancy dancy cleanup brush. So here's the cleanup brush, and it has this lid for storing it when you're not using it. And that's great because when they're just like this, the bristles tend to get messed up, and that's the case. This one has an angled bristle, which is really good because with these kinds of brushes, you can get in and go around these edges and clean up any overspill without damaging the nail art that you have just done. This is also vital. Regardless of what kind of nail art you're doing, you need a cleanup brush, a good cleanup brush. If it's too big, it's going to go all over your art. If it's too small, it's gonna take forever to get your little areas cleaned up. But this one is about the perfect size. Plus, it's really nice that it has a lid, and this handle is very cute. Let's look at these extra stamping plates that I got. I got to pick these out. Oh, by the way, Maniology did send all this stuff over to me, so thank you for that, Maniology. I am a customer and have been for a very long time because I really do just love their products. So I was really excited when they reached out and wanted to collaborate. So I picked out this plate. This one is the M278. I like it because it's an ombre, but they're little fancy designs. So I thought that was cute. Now this is a blue film. It peels off. This protects your plate from getting scratched. Once you peel it off, then you'll be able to use the stamps. You can't do it with this on here, but they're not gonna get scratched up. Now, these stamping plates have the backing. This plastic backing makes it easy to pick up, and it makes the edges safe. You can oftentimes get stamping plates that don't have this backing, and the edges are like a razor, and so you have to be really careful with them, and sometimes it gets pretty hairy anyway. But I like this one a lot. And then here's the other one that I picked out. This is M399. This one is summery. It is also a bit of an ombre. You can see they start out bigger and get a little bit smaller, but it's a summertime theme, which I thought was perfect for this time of year. Right now it is just spring, but summer is right around the corner. And so I wanted to have this on hand so I would be prepared to make some really cute, really easy summer nails. So stay tuned. You're probably gonna see this show up. let's see what's in this mysterious box. All right, so it's this. Let's see. Oh, sticky base coat. Perfect. I brought a base coat because I thought I was gonna need one, but that's better. A sticky base coat is really great because it's gonna make your polish stay on longer. And I am planning on wearing these nails on a little vacation, and so I would appreciate them staying on. Definitely gonna be using that. Thank you, Maniology, for including that. And then I wanna look at this polish collection before we jump into that starter kit. This one is called School's Out. The sticker's on upside down. So when you open the box, it looks like this. And these bottles have these types of lids. I think this is probably the only brand that I've ever seen to do something like this, and I think it's genius. So it's a black side and a white side. So you take it and you stamp the polish that's in the bottle straight on here, so you can see what it's gonna look like on a dark polish and what it's gonna look like on a light polish, which is fantastic because when you swatch these just straight on a clear swatch stick, you're not really gonna know what it looks like on top of something else. So this makes it handy, and then if you pull your bottle off the shelf, you can just look at it and you can see what that swatch is gonna look like, and you don't have to try and go back and do a new swatch to see if it's gonna be what you wanted it to be. But let's get these out. All right, as you can see, it's a rainbow. Summer Fun, Slam Book, Class Clown, Blue Glue, Food Fight, Pencils Down. I picked this rainbow collection to go with the summer stamping plate. Rainbows are perfect for the summer season. Let me get these out of here. Oh, hilarious how it opens. Look at these beauties. We're definitely actually going to be using some of this today. I just haven't decided which ones. Let me set these to the side so we can look at this starter kit. All right, let's see what's in here. These boxes come secured, so you're gonna need some sort of tool to get in there. So when you open the starter kit, this is what you see. You'll get a plate or two, depending on which kit you pick. I picked this one because it's got the honeybee theme, and I love honeybee nails. I've done a few sets of honeybee nails in the past, but I didn't have all of the supplies that I would have liked to have. This is going to make it so much better. I have been trying to find a way to make honeycomb pattern for a long time, and the fact that this one has one is excellent. In fact, it has two, so I'm very happy about that. The plate number is M093. If you want to buy particular plates and you have that number, you can go on their website and just type that in the search and it'll pull that up for you. And then we get a little booklet here. So this tells you a little bit about how to stamp, some Maniology facts, a little QR code here if you want to go watch a tutorial. There are some questions and answers. Back here, a little bit more tips. You know, work clean, work quickly because the stuff dries. Use acetone to clean up. Just handy information. And then we have a scraper. And so a scraper is necessary because when you put some polish like on a plate, you have to, not crazily, but you know, firmly enough, scrape it off. One time should be enough. If you do two, it may be okay, because if you leave it all piled on there, your stamper is not going to be able to pick it up. But you don't want to scrape too hard because then you may take up too much. And don't worry if you've got like streaks, because your stamper just won't even pick it up. Not an issue. And then we have a stamper. These little square Maniology ice cube stampers are my favorite by far. I've been doing nail stamping for a long time, and I have all shapes and sizes of stampers, but these are just the best ones. Not only are they designed with the shape of the stamp in mind, but their curvature and their texture are just superior. They're a little bit sticky, and so your stamps have a better time holding to it and picking up, and then they're open in the back, so you're able to see through it. Like, you want to be able to see what you're doing. So many of them are closed or not clear, and you can't see what you're doing, so you're just hoping for the best. And the fact that it comes with a lid is great, because you don't want to throw your sticky stamper into your container and then it comes out full of lint and hair. That's gross. And by the way, get yourself a lint roller to clean these off. It makes everything so much easier. And then lastly, every starter kit comes with a little bit of polish. So this is our polish duo. I believe this one is a black. This may just be a top coat. I'm not sure because it doesn't actually say what colors it is. I'm gonna see if I can't look it up, and if I can, I will include it. I need to go gather a little bit of supply, so I will be right back. You won't even notice I'm gone. All right, just wanted to hop in because I did find out it is a top coat. It's a smudge-free top coat, and the black is called Straight Up Black. But I already have smudge-free top coat. I have a bunch of these because, as I had said, I am already a Maniology customer and I love their stuff. And my lint roller is evidence that that is the case because I've already been stamping. I also went ahead and grabbed a couple of polishes that I already had in my collection because I'm gonna do this on my other hand with one of these plates. But first, we're gonna do some honeybee nails. So for me, I always recommend putting your plate on a paper towel because when you scrape, that polish has to go somewhere and it's nice to be able to wipe it off. But we're gonna set this to the side for now because we need to go in and paint our actual nails. And we're gonna start with this yellow one, pencils down. But first, we gotta put on the sticky base coat. I almost forgot. All right, scoot in guys so you can see. All right, so I got that on. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make my accent nails black, but I'm gonna do yellow, yellow, and yellow. So the great thing about these polishes is you can use them as just stamping polishes, but you can also use them as painting polishes. You don't have to only stamp and then go get a different polish to do the painting. You can stamp right on to any other polish. It doesn't have to be a stamping polish, but you don't have to. You have a choice. I got some on me, so this is when you get your cleanup brush, dip it in acetone, wipe it off on a paper towel, and clean that right on up. And then we'll paint our next one. Okay, so there's our yellows. We'll do a second coat in a bit. Let's get this out. So these open like this. You pull it off, it's two separate polishes. You don't have to take them both out. You can just take out one, which is what we're gonna do. And it's a little bitty polish. But of course, this does come in big bottles. And of course, we'll be doing a second coat of that as well. Look, I got some on me. I am not good at painting in the lines. Now remember, stamping polish is a fast drying formula, so I am already ready to go in and do my second coat. Perfection! Yes! Now we'll put on our second layer of black. So these are good to go. We are going to give it just a moment though to dry down before I start messing around because I don't want to bang it in nothing and get a groove in it. Nail polish does take a little bit of time to harden, but let's talk. We're going to move that out the way. So here's how this is going to work. We've got our plate. We're going to use the black polish to make the designs on the yellows. And then I'm gonna do something yellow on top of these blacks. I haven't decided which of the things yet, but something. I'm definitely gonna use this one on one of the yellow nails because it looks like the bee pattern. And then I also wanna do, actually, we'll do the honeycomb over here because this one's a bit of a dripping honey and I think I would rather use like a gold stamping with that so that it looks more like honey. So we'll do that one here, we'll do that one here, and we might do a little bee or maybe a little pattern of them. No, we're gonna save those for later. We'll do an Oh Honey written in yellow on a black, so we'll definitely do that. And then I think we're gonna do this little one here on one, and then I might put a little bit of decoration with it. We'll see. I think for one of our other, we'll do this, and I might do a little bit of reverse stamping to fill in some of these decorations. That's an advanced level stamp, but I think we can handle it. So definitely this, and definitely this. I'm gonna set this on my paper towel and scoot it up a little bit so you can see, and then I'm gonna slide everything up to do the stamp. That's what we'll do. Now, before you go in and stamping, you're gonna want to put some liquid latex or something around your fingers. I'm an idiot and didn't bring any over here with me. So you can just go in with your cleanup brush and clean it up after if you don't have it, but I'm gonna go grab that. So I will be right back. So here's my liquid latex. It's kind of disgusting, but basically the way this works is you just paint it on around the edges. Try not to get it on your nails because it's gonna stick in there, and then you wait for it to dry and it's gonna turn like this jelly looking red. I like to do 2 coats so that it is thick enough and strong enough that when I try and peel it off, it actually comes off and it doesn't just tear up. Now, you may not want to do every finger. You might want to skip it and do every other finger if you're not familiar with this, because what I learned in my early on days is people like me have a tendency to stick their fingers together because this stuff is sticky. And so then you've got 2 fingers that are stuck together, which when you try and pull them apart, it rips your liquid latex off, and that makes it pointless. You can see this one already turning. I'll come back when they're all prepared. All right, so we're gonna start with this one. That's the one we're gonna put on our pinky, So you just get some on here. You don't necessarily have to cover all of it, but I like to, just for my own peace of mind. And then you get your scraper and you drag it across there. And then you get your stamper and you wanna roll it sort of backwards, but actually look, you see those gaps? I've scraped it too hard. That would have left in my pattern, and I don't want that. Scrape gently, folks. Oh, we might have to go sideways on these. Let's try it sideways. Sometimes patterns don't want to cooperate, so you gotta try it. Yes, now we don't have any gaps. So you want to kind of roll it the opposite way that it came from, but gently, like don't push it down, because then you're gonna make those gaps. What a terrible transfer. It's probably because it was drying when I was doing that. But essentially that's how it works. Let me clean this up. So you get your lint roller, you can just roll that right off. This is when this comes in handy. Dip it in acetone, clean it up. You have to do this between every stamp, unless you're not using the same pattern again. And then that's how you'll clean your stamp at the end as well when you're finished. All right, let's try that again. That's a good swipe. And a good transfer, perfect. Sometimes you gotta try a couple times. So, this is the nail we're gonna put it on, and we're gonna look down the stamp, yeah? And I'm gonna start here on the very edge and push. So sometimes you may have to do a bit of a roll, but try and get your stamp lined up if that's the case. That way you don't get any of it to have like a gap. But that looks pretty good. So when we peel all that junk off, then all we'll have is what's left. If you have any like sides hanging out, you can always just tuck those in. Yeah, that's looking pretty good, but I'm not gonna peel that off until we're done. And so then again, to clean this up, just hit it with the lint roller and it takes everything right off. We'll move to the next one. That's gonna be this here honeycomb one. Alrighty, and we'll swipe and roll it. This time, don't accidentally touch it and then pick it up. We want a good pickup like that. That's perfect. And that one's gonna go on this nail, and we're gonna do the same thing. We wanna try and look down the barrel so that we can get it lined up and press. Now we have a little bit of area here where my nail's slightly too long, so I'm gonna take some of this from the very edge and see if I can't fill in some of those gaps a little bit. There we go. That makes it look more even. Dug into it. There we go. That looks good. What do you think? And then before we move on to the yellow, we're gonna do this complicated guy with the fancy stamping technique. But first I gotta clean this plate off. And you'll wanna make sure that your plate is nice and dry before you go to putting polish on it. So let's get this. It is going to be predominantly black because the space we're filling in is the background. So let's do a little scrape, but gently so we don't get a gap. All right, and then let's pick it up and let's check it out. So what we can do is we can use our card to get these extra bits off. And then to reverse stamp, what you do is you sit this down and you let it dry, and then you can color in this stuff with other colors of polish. I'm gonna zoom it in and I'm gonna show y'all doing that. You're definitely gonna wanna get like the world's smallest paintbrush to work on it though. So like the bees, we're gonna leave those yellow, but there's some flowers on here. There's some plants on here. I'm gonna use this pink for some of these flowers. So you just get some on there, and then don't really do like a wiping, because what it does is it pulls up your other polish. You want a bit of a dab. And it doesn't have to be perfect either, because it'll be fine. All right, so there's some pink ones. Let's do some purple ones as well. All right, I think I got most of the flowers. Let's go in with the green. Do our greeneries. All right, so that's pretty good. And then if you turn this over, you can see that it does color it in. Now, this nail is kind of huge. We're gonna try to get it on there without being too overhangy. I'm gonna start at the top and try and roll it downwards. And stretch it as much as I can. I think I covered everything. Oh, the edges don't wanna stay. Sometimes that can happen when they're too wet, and I put quite a bit of polish back there. We got most of it on there. And I'm gonna doop doop doop. Can't even tell that nail used to be yellow. But that's what that looks like. I've repaired that one where I got that yellow stuck to it, but this one's ready to go. So last but not least, we'll do the yellow stamps. So I'm gonna take this one here with those buzzing bees. We'll give that a little scrapey scrape. It's okay if you get extra. Roll it over. We'll get that extra off with our card. Make sure my bees are not upside down. There they are. Let's put these guys on here. Boop. How perfect are those? They're so cute. And then we're gonna do the oh honey on the thumb. Careful not to get these edges stuck to your nail. It's better just to clean it up, even if you think it's too far away. Perfect. Look at that. We got us a cute little set of bee nails. And that one looks like a garden. So I'm gonna scoot all this stuff to the side, and then we're gonna peel off these liquid latex boogers. All right, so I like to go in with a tweezer to get at it. And you just kinda peel it up. You might have to work on it a little bit. This one, the polish done fell off of the sticky. There we go, and work our way around. And then if we have to do any more cleaning, that's what our low cleanup brush is for. That makes the cleanup work 10 times easier. You can also just pinch up these little loose bits so that you have less you have to melt away after. All right, looking good. Let's get our little cleanup brush going here. I'm gonna get in here in this little edge, go around. We want crisp lines. That one was pretty okay, actually. Let's check on this guy and get these bits cleaned up and melted down. Those are looking real good. Got a little bit of something over here to get. So the next step, once you've got everything on here and cleaned up, you're gonna want to go in with a smudge-free top coat, because this art is delicate, and if you put a regular top coat on it, it's going to melt. Smudge-free top coat is not final top coat. This just creates a barrier to protect your art. You're gonna still wanna go in with a final quick dry top coat. This top coat is really the best on the market. I have never had a smudge-free top coat that I preferred more. This one just saves all of my art. Even if it's not stamping, even if it's hand-drawn, even if it's transfer foils. Doing this protects it so that it's not just ruined immediately. So if you ain't got nothing else, get you some of this smudge-free top coat. And then we'll give that time to dry, and then we'll come in with our final top coat, and this is gonna be our nails. All right, looking good, eh? I'm going to quickly go in with this China Glaze Fast Forward Quick Dry Top Coat. You guys know it's my favorite and it works well. So that's the nails that we've got. What do you think? I think they're super cute. I am quite pleased. And this is really just what nail stamping is about. Look how easy that made nail art. I could never have hand painted these. They're fantastic. If you haven't tried nail stamping, I highly recommend you do. You can even do this on top of gel. But I'm gonna go ahead and get you some photos. I'll start entering them here, and I'm gonna put links in the descriptions for everything, anything, as much as I can. If you wanna get any of these items, I definitely recommend you do. There is a coupon code down there that you can use to save. I believe it's Secret10, but you can check. Get 10% off your order. And if you're new, see if you can't get you one of these free starter kits. That's the perfect way to get introduced. Make sure you get you a cleanup brush, get you a cotton ball grabber so you don't ruin your nails, get you the smudge-free top coat. You've got to have the smudge-free top coat. And then pick out the polishes you love, pick out plates you love. There are so many to choose from. They're fantastic. Go check it out. I bet y'all forgot we're doing this hand too. But I'm gonna do this one off camera because you've seen the process, and then I will show you the results right now. And ta-da! This is what I've done. I used the little heart gradient and I put down this foily looking pink. It is called Ho Ho Ho, also Maniology. And then I made the decorations with this one called Seashell, also Maniology. And then these I hand painted. I used a dotting tool to make the top parts of the heart and then a little detailer brush to pull it together. And I got it over here too. And so that is what I have done with this hand. Let me know, what do you think? I'll stick some photos in there of that as well. But thank you for being subscribed, being here to see my videos, to watch them, especially if you're making it to the end. I definitely do appreciate it. So does the algorithm. Thank you for your likes and your comments, your interaction. I definitely appreciate all of it. I love interacting with you. I love making these videos, and I'm really happy that you guys are liking to watch them. Let me know if you have used Maniology before, and let me know if you are planning on checking them out now that you've seen the products and what they do and how easy it makes nail art. Again, check my links in the description. There's links for all kinds of stuff, but Maniology is definitely down there. And I'll let you get up out of here and see you in the next video. Goodbye.